fans, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the show.
Damn, Daniel.
Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the White Sox and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Hi again, everybody. It's finally here. Welcome to our special opening day edition of Baseball on the Show. We're joined by Dan Plesac, and Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Hey, just like any team, pitching is going to be the key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but putting together some quality outings early in the season could do wonders for this club, getting out of the gate with a good start.
The game's count starting now. It's opening day. It's the show, and it's coming up next. Shohei Ohtani gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This guy had a year you'd love to forget last year. Awfully ugly. We'll see if he can rebound and pitch much better. And if he doesn't, his spot in the rotation could be in jeopardy. It will be awfully important that he gets off to a good start for this one.
With Merrifield next to him. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Here's a high pop-up. There to tuck it in is Rendon for the first out. Digging in will be Byron Buxton. First pitch on its way. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Out of here, into the visitors' bullpen. A solo home run for Byron Buxton. First home run of the campaign for him. As the White Sox are on the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, after a long winter and a grueling spring, everyone is anxious to get the season started. But to start it off with a home run, there's no better way to get your campaign underway. He was rounding the bases thinking, hey, this is going to be a good year.
Batting third, the shortstop.
In now, Troy Knox. As he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled away.
Hey, I noticed pitcher's getting ahead right here. He's got the hitter down 0-2, but to this guy in the box, Might want to just live on the corners a little bit more. You keep missing down the middle.
To right field and absolutely hammered. Forget about making a play on that ball. It's way out of here. Back-to-back home runs. And good for him. Troy Knox has just launched his first major league home run. Hard to say how many more of these he'll hit in his career, but for now, I'm sure he's happy to say he's got at least one.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over in his head. And now his phone's going to blow up. He'll be calling his parents, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, Mike.
So now to the plate, Mike Schmidt, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. And it's fouled away. Still only one out in the inning. Out in front here is this one scorched foul to the left. And he fouls this one off. The 0-2 once more. Is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
On the move is Trout. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So 2 runs come. Now at the plate here is David Fletcher. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Second baseman,
Pitch on the way.
Fletcher.
A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw over by Schmidt is right there for out number 1.
Batting second, the shortstop.
So bases are empty with 1 out now. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Jose Iglesias. Just gets a piece of it, strike 1. Sale has pitched his way to over 1,600 innings of work at the big league level. And over those innings of work, he struck out over 2,000 batters, putting him in good company with names like Oral Hershiser, Catfish Hunter, and Fernando Valenzuela. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there, 2 away.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. What does he do? He just throws his good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Skied into straightaway right. Myers is there, and they breeze through this half inning as the side is retired. They're gone in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. Now into the box, Eloy Jimenez.
I'm interested to see how focused their ABs will be playing with this lead. I think this needs to be a little bit of a smell blood inning. Keep the fire rolling. I know it's early, but keep the pressure going. Swinging the bat's nice.
0-1, here's the pitch. Swing, and he launches this one to deep left field. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. It's a solo home run for Eloy Jimenez. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Sox will move out in front now, 3-0.
Man, this has been a rough one for this guy so far. That's the 3rd homer he's allowed today. He better start keeping the ball down in the strike zone, or that total might continue to rise.
So here's Will Myers. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Swung on and missed on a pitch at the thumbs, a ball and a strike.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
A 1-2 count to Will Myers.
You could tell by the hitter's balance after that swing that he's seeing the ball really good. His timing is right there, and I expect him to catch something clean.
Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for out number 1. No one on with 1 down, and that'll bring up the former top prospect as a minor leaguer, Yoan Moncada. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Fouled off. The 1-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well one more time with that pitch.
And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
The count is full. 3-2 to the White Sox DH. Popped him up. Rendon shading to his right. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Now to the plate, here is Roberto Perez. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First pitch on its way. And he waves it across. Curveball there. No balls and a strike.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
A ball and a strike now. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. 2 out, nobody on. Got him swinging, and that's the 3rd out. But for the Sox, a run here in the inning on the solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now bottom of the inning now, and the next hitter will be the right-handed bat of Anthony Rendon. First delivery to him.
Rendon.
Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Sale. It's a guy who throws a lot of strikes, rarely walks people, but what does bite him occasionally is the home run ball.
Matt, this is a guy that's not a power type of pitcher, so he needs to rely on being down in the strike zone. One of the keys, he tends to lose being aggressive when he falls behind, and he kind of nibbles around the strike zone. And what happens with that, Matty V, he becomes very predictable, and when you don't have overpowering stuff, you tend to be able to get hit hard.
So he sets him down swinging. Anthony Rendon is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. Kurt Suzuki stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Little chopper back to the mound. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 6th, the first baseman.
Next, here is Jared Walsh. They'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the 2nd. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Waiting on it is Jimenez, and he makes the play to end the inning. Angels go down 1-2-3. They trail in this one 3-0. New inning set to get underway, and set to go is the second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
Second baseman, Whit.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. The 1-0.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Gotta find a way to keep his hands back.
2-1 count to the Pale Hose leadoff hitter. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, one away. One out here in the Chi Sox third, and that'll bring up the speedy outfielder Byron Buxton.
Well, Matt, this is one of the problems. This guy's a good fastball, particularly low fastball hitter. It doesn't matter how hard or how low you throw it. That's right into this wheelhouse. What you want to do with this guy is move the ball from the belt up to get him to chase something that maybe he'll pop up in the infield.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. Buxton, a native of Georgia. He was selected in the first round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Fouled away. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he is in at second base with a one-out double.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Standing in now, Troy Knox, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, that's a heck of a pitch right there. If he's able to execute with that type of velocity, fastballs up and in, I can't imagine. Not only is he going to break a ton of bats today, but he's going to open up that down and away with the soft stuff later in the game.
Swing and a liner. And he won't get it as that's down for a base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Third baseman.
To the plate now, Mike Schmidt. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Back goes Trout. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game. So it's a runner at first with two gone. And into bat next, one of the best run producers in the game, the left-handed hitting first baseman Freddie Freeman. And it's fouled away. Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
Yeah, and that splitter is normally the go-to pitch to this guy, but it really hasn't shown that good downward action that he usually has. He needs to get back to finishing it out front.
Pitch out, nothing doing. Two out with the man at first. He's running down the right field line. He's in at second safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score.
Yeah, and when a pitching coach goes to the mound this early, he's probably just looking to reset the pitcher's mindset, get him to forget about the negative and give him something positive to focus on. We'll see if he responds.
57.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden, and a change is in the offing as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll exit here this afternoon to a smattering of boos after what can be described as really a subpar performance. And this will hop over the wall, but the run will score.
And this thing bounces over the wall, but I don't think it would have mattered if it stayed in the ballpark. Either way, the runner was going to score, and he was going to wind up at second. He drove that ball really nicely.
Here's Will Myers. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there, it's strike one. Runner in scoring position with two gone. Swung on and missed. That's strike two. And now we see a right-hander up and throwing in the Angel bullpen. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Well, there's the classic 0-2 wasted fastball. Not even close to the zone. We'll see what he throws on the next pitch.
The 1-2. Now a changeup is bounced to second. He's right there. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 4. Here's Justin Upton now. And D-Row down 6 already in the early part of this ball game. What's the mentality for them as they try to work their way back?
You know what, Matty? This is where you take some prideful ABs. I've been down 6 before, and I've come back from even further down than that in some big ball games. You have to find a way to just relax and start piecing some good ABs back to back.
The 1-1 home is strike 2 swinging.
I got to count 1 and 2.
And he fouls this one off. Here he comes again, 1-2. On the ground to the right side. And that's the first out. So there's the first out here in the Angels' third. And that'll bring in the switch-hitting outfielder Dexter Fowler. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike.
This is part of what makes him one of the best pitchers in the game. He pounds strikes, and his stuff is really tough to make contact with. And when you fall behind 0-2, good luck.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Dexter Fowler becomes the second out in the bottom of the third. Hit high and deep to left field. Here's Jimenez going back on it. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. On now to the top. Welcome back to Anaheim as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the White Sox offense with their manager in between innings. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said it's one of those games where everything has come together for his hitters. From their approach to their swings to the results. It's all working. One key indicator of that, 6 extra base hits to this point in the game.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Fouled off. The windup and the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
To 1-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Oh, it takes a nasty hop, and he's unable to haul it in.
The catcher, number 55.
At the plate now, Roberto Perez lifted in the air to center. Trout has a read on it. 1 away. Back to the top of the order now, and Whit Merrifield will dig in at the plate. First delivery to him. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. Has a look, now the pitch. This is line to left. And that'll get down for a base hit.
The center fielder.
Here's Byron Buxton now, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one. Here comes the 1-0. Fouled away. Swing and a screamer, but this one's not going to stay fair.
He wants that changeup back right there. Great arm action on that changeup. Hitter was just a smidge out in front.
On the ground now for Iglesias. This could be two. One there. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. White Sox leave one, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, David Fletcher back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
The 1-1.
Not likely to see a fourth fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
And this is on the ground for Merrifield at second. Reined in. Throws in time, and that's out number one. Leadoff man retired now for the shortstop, Jose Iglesias.
Iglesias.
There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
He's in complete command of his two-seamer right now. It's got great movement, great depth, running all over the place. This offense is going to have a tough time.
On to Freeman at first, and there are two away now. And that'll bring Mike Trout to the dish. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Angels are gone in order. All ready to go in the top of the fifth. And next will be the first-year shortstop, Troy Knox. Now the pitch.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Sinker stays outside and is behind now 2-0.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
Hit sharply on the ground. Fielded cleanly, and the fifth inning will start with a ground out, one away.
Now that third base.
Stepping up is Mike Schmidt. Drove in a run with a sac fly last time up. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Iglesias has a play. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The first baseman, number 5.
Next up is Freddie Freeman, hoping to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
That evens it up, 1-1. 6 runs, 9 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. 2 balls and a strike to Freeman. A bouncer to the left side. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And no chance at all to make a play here, so despite the effort, the inning will continue. Next to dig in, Eloy Jimenez. He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, that hit might not amount to much, but anytime you could extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance to swing it, the outlook of an inning changes dramatically.
0-1 the count. hit in the air down the right field line. Fowler has a read on it, and the inning is over. A man left for the... Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Angels offense with their manager between innings. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Anthony.
And now pitch on the way. Anthony Rendon stands in as he checks his swing here for strike one. Rendon, a native Texan. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him. 1-2.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Swing and a miss, and he'll start the fifth the same way he ended the fourth with a punch
Now
out.
batting,
1 away.
catcher,
First pitch
Kurt
coming. Here it is.
Suzuki.
Kurt Suzuki comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Angels still looking for hit number 1 in the ballgame. And right into the shift. Schmidt has it. On to first, and Suzuki's retired. 2 away.
Now batting.
Next to
first
hit,
baseman,
Jared Walsh. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike.
Hey, he's close to having another quick inning right there with 2 quick outs. He's been very economical with his pitches, and if he continues to go like this, the bullpen might get a day off.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Myers going back, still going back. Gone!
Yeah, they dug themselves quite a hole, but they say the first thing you need to do when that happens is to stop digging. Well, with that solo shot, they've stopped digging, but they've got a long way to go before they climb out of this hole completely.
Justin Upton is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But the Angels draw a bit closer. And now here is Will Myers. He'll lead things off in the pale hose half of the sixth. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. And it's fouled away. Leiter in there for a base hit. So with that, the White Sox put their leadoff hitter aboard to start the inning.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, the batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
So here's Yoan Moncada. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Myers rounds third and is digging for the plate. He comes across to score, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Well, this is a lesson for all those pitchers out there. When you allow the leadoff man on base, it always comes back to haunt you. With no outs, I thought they might hold the runner at third, but they send him anyway, and the run scores.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. Ton of rotation on that ball. You could almost see the red dot from up here. Nasty depth.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. On the move is Trout. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Up next for Chicago, Whit Merrifield. It was a base hit last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Trout is there, 2 gone. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
The center fielder.
So now into the box is Byron Buxton. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Here's the first pitch to him. Moncada at second with 2 down. Swung on and missed. That strike 2.
He's having a great day at the dish. His timing is spot on. This pitching staff's going to have to find a different way of attacking him.
0-2. Here it is.
Yep, that ball went out.
Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. Here's Dexter Fowler now. He'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
Yeah, I think if I'm the hitting coach right here, Matty, I'm telling the offense to get aggressive. Just seems like we've been going too deep in counts, and this guy has got exploding stuff on the mound. So I would tell them get overly aggressive on a heater in the middle of the plate early. There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
And a good throw gets him 1 gone. Next up, Jack Mayfield flew out in his only at-bat so far.
Mayfield.
In there for strike 1. Fastball called for strike 2. Mayfield, a previous member of the Houston Astros. He came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager isn't getting exactly what they expect.
Second baseman, David.
At the plate, David Fletcher. As Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat here at strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the. Now at the plate is Troy Knox. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oh, and this ball is absolutely blasted. High and deep. Gone! A solo shot down the line in right. His 2nd home run of the game, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
And he was already off to a great start with a home run on opening day, but then he goes and hits another one. Everyone knows he was putting in great work in spring training, and it looks like that hard work has paid off. What a way to get your season started.
Up next.
Into the box now, Mike Schmidt. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. No hits to this point. Line drive base hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Kept his shoulders square, his hands inside the baseball, and was able to fight off a good, nice executed pitch for a knock.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. And he fouls this one off. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
I know he's been struggling early, but that pitch right there, well-executed changeup. If he can mix that in, maybe he hangs around for a little while longer.
The 0-2 home.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
Right side, fair ball down the line. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
Yeah, that hard-hit single right there, that's clean. 3 for 4, he's looking locked in.
Jaime Barria comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Fouled off. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Obviously, this pitching staff doesn't care this batter went deep earlier in the game because they are attacking him. 2 pitches right in the zone.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Here comes the 1-2.
That was a nasty sweeping slider right there. If he was able to just catch the corner a little bit, he would have picked up that backwards K.
Fly ball out toward left center field. On the move is Trout. He's there and records the first out. Next to stand in is Will Myers. He scored after knocking a single in his last at-bat. Fouled away. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Here it comes, 0-2. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Schmidt over at second. Freeman at first, 1 gone. And he fouls this one off. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Next, it'll be Yohan Moncada. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Talk about stopping the bleeding right here. This guy has come in and just executed everything he's wanted to against this offense. Nice to settle the boys down, maybe regroup, and we can get the bats going.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. White Sox able to add on thanks to this solo home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's the White Sox. Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias.
And
he's
leading
0
off
for
for
2
the
thus far
Angels,
in this one.
The
And he'll
shortstop,
power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Hey, the guy on the mound is absolutely pounding the zone, and that's why he's been able to stay and pitch deep into this game.
Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher, able to pound the zone with all different options.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ballgame.
Number 27.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Mike Trout is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
This guy's throwing a gem so far. Biggest key, 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Anthony Rendon. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. In there, strike 1.
You got to love guys auto taking you 0-0 if you're on the mound. You could steal that first strike, and now you go to work, just picking apart the corners.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Another 0-2 coming. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here in the. Ready now is Roberto Perez. In his career versus this pitcher, he's a .333 hitter.
Roberto.
Smoke toward third. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The batter number 50.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Whit Merrifield. First offering on its way. A ball and no strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Fly ball into straightaway left. Upton's under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
The batter, the center fielder.
So that'll bring in Byron Buxton. First pitch of the AB now. Hit on the ground toward the left. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
Sometimes you need a little luck. Sometimes you need to get a ground ball with eyes. And that's exactly what happened right there.
So now to the plate, Troy Knox right to him. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Outfield shaded a bit to left center. The first pitch. Kurt Suzuki stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Down the third baseline. Throw over by Schmidt is right there for route number 1.
The batter.
And now for the Angels, Jared Walsh. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball, 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here, 1-2 now.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in and then get right back outside. Nice pitch.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. First pitch on its way to Upton. Justin Upton is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Upton in a hole, 0-2 the count to him.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Sent on the ground, but right into the shift. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Angels go down 1-2-3. It's still an 8-1 ball game.
Off for the White Sox. The third baseman.
First offering.
Mike Schmidt
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
Swing and a flare down the line. Here comes Upton, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. And to be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
3 for 4 so far and seeing it well in this ball game. Back to first, and Freeman's gone as well. It's a double play.
up next for Chicago.
So next to bat will be Eloy Jimenez. It's been a 2 for 4 effort for him so far in the ball game. fouled off. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And he lays off for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. Is swung on and missed. He got him. Now it'll be Dexter Fowler starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point, but these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of his secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
Jack Mayfield is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Sometimes you just can't overthink it. If a guy can't hit a certain pitch in a certain quadrant, why would you throw him anything else? Case in point, this guy's cold zone is away, and this pitcher keeps attacking that exact spot.
So he froze him for the strikeout. Jack Mayfield goes down, and they've got only 1 out left to work with. Throw on to first will take care of him, and the White Sox move to 1-0 on the young season as this ball game is over.
Hey, not many pitchers can brag about throwing a one-hit complete game, so hats off for him. But as a pitcher, I know he's going to wonder, like, what might have been. So close to a no-hitter, but it wasn't meant to be. That's baseball for you.
8-1 is the final score this afternoon. Chicago jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Chris Sale earns his first win of the season as he allows only 1 hit in 9 full innings. Shohei Ohtani permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that will wrap things up. For Mark Rosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
Know y'all like the funk fake, yeah, yeah. They won't stick in with me like some duct tape. Coming easy to